Welcome back to ZE Coins. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of rare coins. And trust me, you're going to want to stay until the end because we are talking about coins that could be sitting in your pocket right now, coins that have been sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, even up to $87,000. That in particular, we're focusing on a very interesting topic that's captured the attention of collectors and historians alike. We're going to break down the mystery and value of the 2008 quarter dollar, along with the historic 1912 mint mark coin. We'll explore how certain errors, rare features, and minting quirks can make these coins worth a small fortune in today's market. Let's begin with the 2008 quarter. The D in this case refers to the Denver Mint, one of the major coin production facilities in the United States. While millions of 2008 quarters were produced as part of the 50-state quarter series, not all of them are created equal. The 2008 New Mexico and Oklahoma quarters, for example, are pretty standard in circulation. But here's where it gets interesting. A small number of these coins were struck with a rare mint error. This includes double dies, off-center strikes, missing clad layers, and even coins struck on the wrong planchets. When these minting mistakes are preserved in good condition, they are extremely valuable to collectors. One of the most valuable 2008 quarters ever sold featured a double die error and a brilliant uncirculated finish. That specific coin fetched over $12,000 at auction. And there have been reports of similar rare varieties crossing the $80,000 mark depending on grading, rarity, and collector demand. Now, you might be asking, what does the 1912 mint mark coin have to do with all of this? That's a great question. The 1912 coin refers to an entirely different era in American coin history. Over 100 years ago, minting practices were far less automated. Human error was more common, which means there are more opportunities for extremely rare coins to exist. The 1912 Barber quarter, for example, is one of the most collected coins from that period. It comes in 3 different mint marks: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with AD, and San Francisco with an S. Out of these, the 1912 Barber quarter is especially scarce in high grade. Only a few thousand examples are known to survive in mint state condition. At a recent coin show, a high-grade 1912 quarter with full details and original luster sold for an astonishing $87,000. Yes, you heard that right, $87,000 for a single quarter. So what connects the 2008 D and the 1912 mint mark coins? The answer is rarity and demand. Whether it's a modern error or a vintage low mintage classic, collectors pay huge premiums for coins that are difficult to find and in exceptional condition. If you're holding on to coins from pocket change, or maybe you inherited a collection from a relative, this is your sign to check every detail. Look for the year. Look for the mint mark. And most importantly, inspect for unusual features like off-center strikes, missing letters, or doubling in the text. These minor details could mean the difference between a 25-cent coin and one worth thousands or even tens of thousands. So let's talk current market value. As of this year, rare 2008 quarter errors are selling anywhere from $500 all the way up to $12,000, depending on the grade and type of error. But coins in gem uncirculated condition, especially those with major double die errors or misstruck surfaces, have reportedly reached private sales near $87,000. That's not a typo. These values are real, and they reflect a growing demand for high-quality error coins in the numismatic world. Meanwhile, the 1912 Barber quarter continues to be one of the most desirable early 20th century coins. In low grade, it might be worth $50 to $100. But in mint state, prices jump dramatically. High-end certified examples have consistently brought in values over $20,000 and, in rare cases, near or above the $87,000 mark. Before we wrap up, here's a quick checklist for identifying rare coins in your collection. Number 1. Check the mint mark. Look for letters like D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or no mint mark at all for Philadelphia. Number 2. Inspect the coin under a magnifier. Look for doubling in the lettering or date, especially around the word Liberty or In God We Trust. Number 3. Look at the coin's edge. Missing clad layers or odd textures could signal a striking error. Number 4. Check the weight. If a coin was struck on the wrong planchet, its weight will be different from a normal quarter. Number 5. get your coin graded. Certified grading from companies like PCGS or NGC can turn a suspicious-looking quarter into a highly valuable collectible. To wrap it up, whether it's the modern 2008 D quarter or the classic 1912 mint Mark Barber quarter, hidden treasure might be closer than you think. Coins with big-time value don't always look flashy at first glance, but with a little research and a sharp eye, you could be sitting on a fortune. We dive deep into one of the most exciting modern coin stories of recent years. Imagine digging through your loose change and finding a simple quarter, but not just any quarter. We're talking about the 2015 quarter with a Philadelphia mint mark, a coin that could be worth a staggering $57,000. That's right. One single quarter. Just 25 cents. But in the right condition and with the right errors, this humble coin becomes a serious jackpot. So, how can a modern coin from 2015 be worth thousands? Let's dig into the details. First, we need to understand what the 2015 P Mint Mark quarter actually is. In 2015, the United States Mint continued its America the Beautiful Quarters program, releasing 5 different designs that year. These included the Homestead National Monument of America in Nebraska, Kisatchie National Forest in Louisiana, Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina, Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge in Delaware, and Saratoga National Historical Park in New York. Each of these designs was minted at various facilities, including Philadelphia, which stamps its coins with the P Mint mark. While most of these quarters were struck by the millions and entered everyday circulation, a few were different. They were struck with errors or had special attributes that made them extremely rare and valuable to collectors. Now let's talk about the big number everyone wants to hear. $57,000. How is that even possible for a 2015 quarter? The answer lies in rare mint errors and extremely high-quality conditions. Let's take one documented example, a 2015 P Homestead quarter that was struck on an experimental planchet or featured a dramatic double die error, and was graded at an incredibly high mint state by a top-tier grading service. That specific coin shocked the coin collecting world when it sold for a price approaching $57,000. So, what are collectors and experts looking for in these coins? First, condition matters. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, and anything graded above mint state 65 becomes significantly more desirable. A coin in mint state 68 or higher can command thousands of dollars at auction, especially if it features a rare error. Second, errors are the key. We're talking about major double dies, off-center strikes, die caps, coins struck on the wrong planchet, or dramatic cuts and die breaks. These are rare and usually only spotted by sharp-eyed collectors or dealers who inspect coins with microscopes and loupes. Third, low population matters. If a coin is one of only a few in existence with that particular error or grade, its value skyrockets. Rarity combined with demand creates that perfect storm in the collector's market. Now, if you're wondering how to spot one of these gems, here's what you should do. Start by looking through your pocket change or coin rolls from the bank. Focus on quarters dated 2015 with the P Mint mark on the front, just next to George Washington's ponytail. Then, carefully inspect both sides of the coin under bright light. Look for doubling in the lettering, numbers, or details of the design. Pay attention to any signs of misalignment, unusual textures, or incorrect color and weight. Sometimes, a rare planchet error can make the coin look different in luster or feel lighter or heavier than normal, and if you think you found something special, send it in to a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A professional evaluation is essential if you want to know the true market value of your coin and sell it at auction or to a private collector. Now let's talk about the current market in 2025. The interest in modern coin errors has exploded. More collectors are entering the hobby, and the demand for certified rare coins is climbing. Auction houses report that prices for dramatic modern mint errors, especially on coins like the 2015 P quarters, are reaching new highs. In fact, a few months ago, a 2015 quarter with a significant off-center error and a mint state 67 grade sold for over $8,000. Another, with a dramatic double die reverse and certified at MS68, brought in over $20,000 at auction. And yes, that record-breaking $57,000 sale still stands as one of the highest prices ever paid for a modern quarter, but here's the bottom line: your pocket change could be holding a treasure, and most people never even bother to look at so before you spend that next quarter at the gas station or vending machine. Flip it over. Check the date. Look for the mint mark. Examine the details. That small piece of metal could be worth more than your monthly paycheck, maybe even your annual salary. Make sure to like this video if you learned something new, and hit that subscribe button for more coin collecting tips, market updates, and hidden coin stories. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in circulation or if you're checking your change right now. We are diving deep into one very specific coin, the 2016 quarter dollar with the D Mint mark. That's right, the Denver Mint edition of the 2016 America the Beautiful series. Some of these quarters are selling for thousands and in some cases as much as $44,000. So don't skip this video. You might be holding on to a small fortune without even knowing it. Let's get into the full story of this modern treasure. The 2016 D quarter dollar is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. In 2016 the U.S. Mint released 5 different designs. These included Shawnee National Forest in Illinois, Cumberland Gap National Historical Park in Kentucky, Harpers Ferry National Historical Park in West Virginia, Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota, Fort Moultrie at Fort Sumter National Monument in South Carolina. Each of these designs was struck with either a P Mint mark for Philadelphia, a D Mint mark for Denver, or an S for San Francisco for proof coins. Now what makes the D Mint mark special is not just the location of production. It's the potential for rare striking errors, low mintage varieties, and other quirks that can skyrocket the value of a seemingly ordinary quarter. Most 2016 quarters are only worth face value, 25 cents. But when you add a rare error or a high-grade condition to the mix, the price can jump incredibly high. Some 2016 D quarters have been found with off-center strikes, others have double die obverse or reverses. There are examples with misaligned dies, coins struck on the wrong planchet, even quarters missing important details due to a weak strike. Combine one of those errors with a near-perfect grade like MS67 or MS68 and you're looking at big money. For example, one 2016 D Harpers Ferry quarter in pristine condition sold for nearly $3,000. Another with a unique die clash error reached over $6,000, but the biggest known sale came from a high-grade error example that reportedly brought in $44,000 due to its extreme rarity and condition. Now it's important to note that these kinds of values are rare, but they are real. These are coins that have been authenticated and graded by top agencies like PCGS and NGC. First, locate the mint mark. It should be on the obverse side of the coin just to the right of George Washington's ponytail. If it says D, you're off to a good start. Now check the reverse. Identify which park is on the coin. Is it Shawnee, Cumberland Gap, Harpers Ferry? That will help you find known errors tied to that specific design. Next, examine the coin under bright light or a magnifier. Look for the following: doubling in the letters or numbers, missing details in the hair or face strikes that are off-center, anything unusual in the coin's shape or edge. Even slight misalignments can increase the value. If you suspect you've got a rare one, send it to be graded by a professional third-party service. That's where you can truly unlock its market value. So how does a 25-cent coin become a $44,000 payday? It all comes down to a combination of factors: a major mint error, a high-grade uncirculated condition, a popular park design, low population, meaning very few examples are known to exist, certified authentication by PCGS or NGC, and finally market demand among collectors. In one notable case, a collector discovered a 2016 D quarter with a dramatic strike error that was so rare it became the centerpiece of a major auction. It was graded in nearly perfect condition and due to its uniqueness sold for over $44,000. This is the holy grail scenario, but it does happen. As of now in 2025, the coin market is still strong, especially for rare modern errors and high-grade quarters. Collectors are paying big premiums for coins that are certified rare, in population, well preserved, with no wear, and most importantly visually striking errors. So if you have a 2016 D quarter, do not overlook it. Check it thoroughly or have it reviewed by a professional. Even if it's not worth tens of thousands, it could still bring in $100, $500 or more. So what are you waiting for? Go dig through your change jars, your glove box, your couch cushions. That 2016 D quarter could be your lucky find. If you've got one with any unusual features, let us know in the comments. We are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2016 P Mint Mark $quarter coins. You might want to check your change because one of these quarters could be worth as much as $38,000. That's right, this is not a drill. Stay tuned because I'm going to tell you everything you need to know, from history to hidden errors, and the exact features that could make your coin worth a fortune. Let's start at the beginning. In 2016, the United States Mint continued its America the Beautiful Quarters program. This series, which began in 2010, features 5 new reverse designs each year, honoring national parks and historical sites across the country. The quarters released in 2016 featured Shawnee National Forest in Illinois, Cumberland Gap in Kentucky, Harper's Ferry in West Virginia, Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota, and Fort Moultrie in South Carolina. Each of these quarters came with the standard obverse design, the profile of George Washington, and a small but important detail just below the motto, "In God We Trust," the mint mark. In this case, we are talking about the letter P, indicating that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, most of these 2016 P quarters are common and only worth face value. But as with any coin series, a small number were struck with errors or came from extremely rare die varieties. And it's these few that make all the difference. Some of them have become incredibly valuable to collectors, and that's how we get to the unbelievable price of $38,000. Let's break down why one 2016 P quarter could be worth so much money. First, rarity. In the coin world, rarity is everything. Even if a coin is modern, if it has a unique flaw or comes from a very limited batch, collectors will pay top dollar. A few of the 2016 P quarters have been discovered with major minting errors. These include double die obverse, off-center strikes, die cracks, and even coins struck on the wrong planchet, which means it was minted on a blank meant for a different coin. Imagine finding a 2016 P quarter that has doubling in George Washington's eyes or lettering. That kind of double die error could make it worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Next up, condition. If your quarter is in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially if it's been graded by a top service like PCGS or NGC and has received a grade of MS67 or higher, the value skyrockets. Only a small handful of coins survive in such pristine condition, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. Now let's talk about the specific coin that reached the eye-watering price of $38,000. This particular 2016 P quarter was graded MS68 by a professional grading service. It also had a significant double die reverse error. Because of its rarity, pristine condition, and the demand from collectors looking to complete high-grade sets, it sold at auction for $38,000. That's more than most people make in a year, for a single quarter. Let that sink in. A single coin that you might overlook in your spare change could be a life-changing find. So how can you tell if you have one of these valuable quarters? Step 1, check the date and mint mark. Make sure you have a 2016 quarter with a P below the word, "In God We Trust." Step 2, examine the coin closely. Look for any doubling in the text or features of Washington's face. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe if you have one. Step 3, inspect the reverse design. Errors can sometimes show up in the trees, buildings, or other features of the park images. Step 4, look at the coin's condition. Is it scratched or worn? Or does it look almost brand new? High-grade coins with errors are the jackpot. And finally, if you think you have a valuable coin, don't clean it. Cleaning can damage a coin and reduce its value. Instead, send it to a reputable coin grading service. They will verify its authenticity, grade its condition, and give you an official certificate. That grading can make a big difference when it comes to selling it or keeping it as part of a serious collection. So what's the takeaway? The 2016 P Mint Mark $quarter might look ordinary, but hidden among the millions are a few rare gems. Some of them are worth thousands. And one of them was worth $38,000. That's why coin hunting remains one of the most exciting hobbies in the world. You never know what's hiding in your pocket or under the couch cushions. With a little knowledge and a lot of curiosity, you could strike gold, or in this case, silver-colored clad. We are diving into one of the most shocking modern coin discoveries in U.S. numismatic history, the 2017 P Mint Mark quarter dollar. Yes, you heard that right. Some of these quarters are selling for as high as $30,000, and we're about to explore why. Now, when most people see a regular-looking quarter from 2017, they spend it without a second thought. But what if I told you that hiding in your pocket change could be a coin worth more than your rent, car payment, or even your student loan? It's true, and it all starts with the letter P. The P Mint Mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most iconic mints in the United States. But here's where it gets interesting. In 2017, to celebrate the 225th anniversary of the U.S. Mint, something happened for the first time in American history. The Philadelphia Mint placed a P Mint mark on circulating quarters, something it had never done before. That single tiny letter set off a numismatic frenzy. Collectors instantly recognized this as a historical moment. Up until 2017, quarters struck in Philadelphia carried no mint mark at all. But starting that year, the P appeared on the obverse side of the coin, that is, the front, just to the right of George Washington's ponytail. This made the 2017 P Mint quarters instantly collectible, but here's where the big money comes in. Among the millions of quarters struck that year, a few extremely rare errors slipped through the cracks. Some had double dies. Others had off-center strikes, missing edge lettering, or unusual planchet flaws. These error coins, especially when graded in mint state condition by professional services like PCGS or NGC, can fetch jaw-dropping prices. One particular example, a 2017 P quarter from the Ozark Riverways series, was recently graded MS-68, mint state 68, and sold for nearly $30,000 at auction. That is not a typo. A modern quarter. 30 grand. Why? Because the combination of a first-ever mint mark, pristine condition, and rare minting error made it a once-in-a-lifetime find. Let's break it down. The 2017 America the Beautiful Quarter Series featured 5 national sites: Effigy Mounds in Iowa, Frederick Douglass in Washington, D.C., Ozark National Scenic Riverways in Missouri, Ellis Island in New Jersey, and George Rogers Clark in Indiana. Each of these had coins struck at Philadelphia with the P Mint mark. Most of these coins are only worth face value, 25 cents, if they're worn or damaged. But if you've got one of these quarters in brilliant uncirculated condition, especially with a mint error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So what should you look for? Here are the key things to watch. Look for doubling. That's when the image or letters appear twice, due to a misaligned die strike. Check for off-center designs. If the coin looks oddly shaped or cut off on one side, that's a good sign. Watch for any unusual coloration or missing details. These could be signs of wrong planchets or weak strikes, and of course, always check the overall condition. The closer it looks to being fresh out of the mint, the better. If you think you've got a valuable 2017 P Mint quarter, don't spend it. Get it graded by a professional. Even if you don't have a rare error, coins in high mint state grades like MS-67 or MS-68 can still sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars today. As of this year, 2025, the market for error coins is hotter than ever. Collectors are paying top dollar for modern rarities, especially with strong provenance and certified grades. Auction houses are seeing competitive bidding wars over coins most people overlook in their change. JAR.so Yes, the rumors are true. A 2017 P quarter dollar can be worth up to $30,000, but only under the right conditions. It's a combination of historical significance, rarity, and condition that makes the difference. Before you walk away today, do this. Check your change. Dig through old coin rolls. Look inside your car's cup holder. You never know where one of these modern treasures might be hiding. We're diving into an incredibly exciting coin that could be sitting in your pocket change right now. I'm talking about the 2019 quarter dollar with the P Mint mark. That's right. A 2019 quarter from the Philadelphia Mint that's actually worth thousands of dollars today. Stick around because you won't believe how valuable this modern coin can be. Let's start with the basics. In 2019, the United States Mint continued the America the Beautiful Quarters program. 5 new quarter designs were released that year honoring national parks and historic sites. These include Lowell National Historical Park in Massachusetts, American Memorial Park in the Northern Mariana Islands, War in the Pacific National Historical Park in Guam, San Antonio Missions in Texas, and Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness in Idaho. All 5 of these designs were struck with 3 different mint marks: P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. But today we're focusing on the ones with the P mint mark. While most people assume modern coins aren't worth much beyond face value, certain rare varieties and error coins from 2019 have proven that assumption wrong. Some of them have sold for over $20,000, let me repeat that. A 2019 quarter that you could find in your change has been sold for as much as $22,000. So what makes these coins so valuable? There are 2 main reasons: rarity and error. Let's break it down. First, we have the W quarters. Yes, the West Point Mint also produced quarters in 2019, but they carry a W mint mark. Those are rare too and worth collecting. But in today's video we are focusing only on the P mint mark coins. Because some Philadelphia quarters feature extremely rare die errors that collectors go crazy for. One of the most famous error types is the double die. These coins show signs of doubling, especially on the words "In God We Trust, Liberty" or the date 2019. This doubling occurs during the minting process when the die strikes the coin more than once slightly off position. If you find a 2019 P quarter with clear doubling, you might be looking at a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the condition. Another valuable error is the off-center strike. If the design on your 2019 P quarter appears shifted or incomplete, that's a strong sign of an off-center error. These can range in value from $50 all the way up to several $1,000s, but here's the real kicker. One of the most sought-after 2019 P quarters is a Lowell design that sold at auction for an incredible $22,000. What made that coin so special? It was a combination of factors. First, it was in pristine uncirculated condition, graded by a professional service. Second, it had a rare double die error on the obverse side. Third, it was submitted early and received a special designation known as First Week of Discovery. All of that boosted its rarity and value. Now you may be wondering, what are the chances of finding a coin like that? Truth is slim but not impossible. These coins are out there. People have found them in rolls of quarters from the bank, in pocket change, and even in vending machines. That's what makes this so exciting. You never know where the next high-value coin might turn up. So what should you do if you think you found a rare 2019 P quarter? First, examine the coin closely with a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look for any doubling, especially on the text or the image. Check if the design is centered. Look for any signs of unusual marks or misprints. If it looks like something special, don't clean it. Cleaning coins can reduce their value dramatically. Next, take clear photos of both sides and compare them to known examples online. There are many coin collecting communities and auction sites where you can get feedback. If it still looks promising, your next step is to send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can make all the difference when it comes to selling your coin for top dollar. So how is the market looking right now for these coins? Well, demand for modern era coins is rising fast. More collectors are entering the market every year, especially as new discoveries are made. As of today, high-grade era coins from 2019 can fetch anywhere between $50 to over $20,000 depending on rarity, condition, and certification. Even without errors, a perfect mint state 2019 P quarter with a grade of MS67 or higher can sell for a few $100s. Not bad for a coin you got for 25 cents. To wrap things up, the 2019 P mint mark quarter might just be the hidden treasure you've been looking for. Check your coins closely, pay attention to the small details, and don't overlook modern change. You never know which coin could turn out to be worth a fortune. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow coin collectors. Don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth videos on rare coins, errors, and valuable finds. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your next quarter be a jackpot. Outro music fades in. End of video.